Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this at home today, doing something a little bit different because for the last couple of weeks I haven't been able to get to my local comic book shop. And last night, one of the owners of the shop was kind enough to not post these out. He actually came to the house, drove to the house and gave me my order, which was absolutely incredible. I really appreciated that level of service. It was uncalled for, but I now have a bunch of books to read. And what I've done is there's 40 books here, and I've gone through and I've put the books at the top. These are the books that I'm least interested in reading. So let's just crack on because there's a lot to get through. So the first one is What If Venom? And I was interested in this when it was solicited. It was an interesting premise, but I just feel like Marvel have missed the mark with this. It just seems to be one issue after the next with no real purpose. There's no real sense of fun either. I think this is the last issue, but I could be wrong. The next one I'm going to show off is Flash issue 9. And I really wish this was higher on my reading list because before the relaunch, it was at the top of my list. It was a fun book to read. But until recently, when they've recently had an artist change, and it's really helped the book tell a linear story, but it is still bogged down with just kind of, not minutia, but it's not as good as it should be. Let's just say that. Another book which I'm disappointed with is Fantastic Four. So this is issue 21. This is part of the Blood Hunt story. I just feel as if Ryan North, he's not a writer for me. People seem to love him. The letter pages are very complimentary of Ryan, but I've been reading the Fantastic Four since the 90s, and there's been some really bad writers and there's been some really good writers, and I just feel like Ryan... you know what? I've gone on about Ryan in previous videos. I'm not going to keep badgering the guy. I hope that he can find a book that is more his style. I just don't think the Fantastic Four is it. Now, the next book is Ghost Rider Final Vengeance issue 4. Fantastic artwork. Look at this cover. This cover looks fantastic. The cat's out of the bag with this one. The hood is now the Ghost Rider. Kind of makes sense, but I'm a Danny Ketch fan. You know, I want to see Danny as the Ghost Rider. I want to see Johnny Blaze as the Ghost Rider. I'm not overly familiar with the hood. I feel as if he's a character that was introduced and then they tried to do something with him and then tried to do something else and it just hasn't worked. So they put him on this and we'll see if it sticks. It kind of works. I kind of understand why the hood is the Ghost Rider, but the hood is the hood. But anyhow, there we go. The next one is Deadpool Wolverine issue 2. Now, I was very excited to get this series when it was solicited. I read the first issue, but this is my own fault. I read it very late at night and I kind of read it, where I was reading it, but I was half asleep. I was almost fully asleep and I just completely skipped on the whole thing. So this will be like a bit of a catch-up issue for me, just to see if I can remember what exactly happened. And I should probably read this during the day, not in the middle of the night. Now, this was a cover buy. It's Black Panther Blood Hunt issue 1. I just love this cover. And I love the Karimi artwork. There's other channels that will berate the Blood Hunt storyline. I'm not one of them. I am willing to give this idea a go, and I've ordered a fair bit of them, purely because I'm interested in them. So this is obviously one of them. Yeah, looking forward to seeing what that's all about. This one, Blood Hunters, part of the Blood Hunt storyline by Marvel. It's issue 2. Now, absolutely fantastic cover. I read this, the first issue, and it's an anthology. I didn't realize it was an anthology, but I read it and the last story really grabbed me. It was the Dagger story. The first two stories, nah, they were too lighthearted for me, especially in this climate of vampires taking over the world. But I'm hoping for some fun reads, maybe not so lighthearted, but some. Let's see what we have here. The next one I have is issue 10 of Blue Beetle. Now, I will defend this series. I think it's a lot of fun. The concept is great. Clearly, the creative team love the character. There is one little criticism, though. I feel as if the last few issues, the story has kind of meandered a little bit. There's no real sense of purpose. But I did flick through this, and it's got Ted Kord in it, so you can't go wrong when you have Ted Kord in a Blue Beetle book. The next one, Union Jack. Union Jack the Ripper. Issue 1, again, part of Blood Hunt. What can I say? Being down in Australia, I've kind of got an affinity for England. I like this concept. I like the cover. I like the outfit. I wanted to see what's to go with this, so yep, I pre-ordered it. Now we're almost halfway through. The next one is Usagi Yojimbo The Crow, issue 3, or what number? Issue 277 in the legacy printing, or legacy numbering. Now, again, I will defend Usagi Yojimbo every day of the week. For comic book fans, I believe that this is the book to read. It's fun, it's brutal, it's very brutal. And the fact that Stan Sakai has drawn every single issue, it's a testament to this medium that we all love. I implore you to at least give one issue a go of this series. And if you don't like it, then that's cool. Not every book is for everyone. It's the same with me with Star Wars books. I'm just not interested. But when it comes to Usagi Yojimbo, it actually is a instant pickup. Now, the next one is issue 2 of Ain't No Grave. Now, I only ordered issue 1 from my local comic book shop, and that's All Star Comics on Queen Street in Melbourne. I only ordered issue 1, and then they've proceeded to give me issue 2. So obviously, I'm down for the series. Very happy for this because I read the first issue, and I was very impressed with what Scotty Young brought to the table with this story. The first issue ended on a cliffhanger, which makes me want to read more, so now I have the chance to. So thank you very much, All Star. The next book is issue 8 of Sensational She-Hulk. Now, this is more of a romance book rather than a superhero book, and that's perfectly fine. What can I say? I dig this series. I enjoyed the previous series as well. Rainbow Rowell on She-Hulk. She can't do no wrong, in my view. I'm having a lot of fun with this book, and I don't mind so much that it's more of a romance book. It's a nice little breath of fresh air from all the superheroes. Now, I've got this out of order, so let me just flip this around. Daredevil. Talk about superheroes. Daredevil, the superhero for Marvel. Issue 8, it's the big special oversized anniversary edition celebrating 60 years without fear. Okay. I have gone on about John Romita Jr.'s covers for this. They've been kind of mediocre. This one is impressive. And it is certainly a very, very, very thick book. So that's going to be an enjoyable read for me. But the next one is issue 9. And I've been holding on to this one for a while because also had a delay with getting this sent out. So they said, please don't read this until you read issue 8. So yeah, this has been staring me in the face for a fair while now, and now I get a chance to read it. Now, the next book is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures issue 13. we have the cartoon version of the Turtles fighting all the other versions of the Turtles. So the original series, the the Archie series, the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What an interesting concept. This series has gotten very meta, and that's a good thing. They're certainly having a lot of fun, and I am enjoying reading this. Now, the next one is Dick Tracy issue 2. I read the first issue, and I won't say it was a slog, but they were certainly setting up a lot of elements for the series. I'm really loving the artwork. This cover especially looks fantastic. So yeah, I'm very eager to read Dick Tracy issue 2. Now, the next one is Avengers Twilight issue 6, the finale of the series. And thanks to a particular YouTube channel, I have been spoiled for the finale for this issue. So yeah, thank you very much. I'm not going to say who you are, but my God, mate, give me a chance to read the book. That being said, even though I know how it ends, I'm still eager to read it. And that is kind of halfway. So let me just move this around. Sorry for the extended video, but this is just how it is. The next one, issue 12 of Shazam. Now, Mark Waid has left the book, and Josie Campbell has come on, and she is firing on all cylinders. This is a great read. We haven't missed a step. There's some things going on in Billy Batson's life, which, whilst they won't be life-changing, they do put a spanner in the works for the foster, what's the word for it? The setup that they have at the foster home. And then, so we have that, and we also have what's going on with all the gods, for all the Shazam gods. And it's very interesting. Yeah, very much looking forward to reading that one. Now, Aliens, What If, issue 4. This series just keeps on going and going. I'm a fan of Paul Reiser, so I don't mind reading this more and more, but there is one more issue at least, so I think this could be a 5-issue, maybe even a 6-issue series, but it is an interesting setup that What If Carter Burke had survived. The next issue is Symbiote Spider-Man 2099, issue 3. As soon as I grabbed this last night, I flicked through it. There's a particular character I wanted to see if he was in it. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I'm a fan of Ravage, and I'm going to go through every issue to see if I can find my man Ravage. He's not in this, spoilers, he's not in this, but there's some things happening in this. It looks like a good read, so I'm looking forward to it. Now, harkening back to Usagi Yojimbo, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo, Saturday Morning Adventures, one-shot. Now, the Turtles had a Ace Duck one-shot. It wasn't that great. I was a bit disappointed, but look at Usagi here. I can't wait. This looks like a lot of fun. Now, getting back to Blood Hunt, we have Wolverine Blood Hunt by, what's his name? Waltz. What's his first name? Tom Waltz. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, there we go. Just another addition to the Blood Hunt story. Green Lantern issue 12. This series is tops. Grab this series. You will not regret it, especially if you're a Green Lantern fan. It's a high pinnacle for Green Lantern. That's all I can really say. Midnight Suns Blood Hunt issue 1. I bought this hoping to see Hannibal King, Frank Drake, the original Night Stalkers. It doesn't look as if they're in this, and it doesn't look like they're in the second issue, so I'm a little bit disappointed, but it is high up on my reading pile because I'm just keen on the story. Now, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Alpha, the one-shot before the relaunch next month. Obviously, I haven't read this because I only got it last night. It's a big, thick book, but I am keen to see the story elements, the structure, the visual way in which it's told. I'm keen as mustard for this one. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Grommets issue 1. I'm taking a chance with this because grommets are surfers and this is all about skating. So yeah, I don't know. I've heard really good things about this though. So I contacted All Star and they were kind enough to put it on my list. But I'm only getting the first issue for now. I'm going to read this one hopefully tonight, and then I can make an assessment on it. Sam and Twitch Case Files, Issue 3. This is a $2.99 book from Image. I don't know how they can afford to do $2.99 for this paper quality. This is beautiful, gorgeous. Everything about this book is great. Just the way it holds. It's not flimsy at all. It's got a hardstock cover. It is crime at its best. I'm very happy that Sam and Twitch are now back on a monthly rotation because this was an instant buy for me. Another instant buy was Get Carter, issue 2. So Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows. That first issue was brutal, absolutely brutal. I showed my wife and she's like, you have a sick sense of humor. But yeah, I'm very keen to read issue 2. So I'm flying through these, but we'll get to the end eventually. Issue 12 of Green Arrow. Again, there's other channels that deride this series and say that it's all about absolute power, and it kind of is, but Joshua Williamson knows his stuff with the Green Arrow lore, and yeah, very keen. Very, very, very keen. Now, I'll just fly through these. Blood Hunt issue 3. Obviously haven't read it yet, but I'm going to read that. And I've got Blood Hunt issue 2. So there we go. I don't know anything about this, so no spoilers from me for Blood Hunt, for the main series at least. But yeah, so issues 2 and 3. The next one, Avengers issue 15. Now, issue 14 was great, just a top read. And so I am very interested to see where they go with this. Tom Brevoort is now off the book and there's a new editor, and I think it shows in the enthusiasm with the creative team. I won't give anything away, but it's fun. It's a fun read, and I'm very happy to have this back on my standing order. I've got 2 more regular books to go, and this is one of them. It's The Ultimates, issue 1. I did not enjoy the first Ultimates, like the one-shot. It was just bogged down with premise and dialogue that meant nothing. But I thought this cover was interesting, so I'm going to give this a chance. But I'm going to make sure that this is the only issue of Ultimates that I have, because I don't really think I want it on my standing order. As you can see, I read a lot. So if I'm not liking something, it has to go. The next book, and the first book I'm going to read, it's going to be read today, it's Outsiders issue 8. Now, I bought this purely for Ginny Hex. I'm a big fan of Jonah Hex, and Ginny is his great-granddaughter, somewhere along there. There's a couple of greats in there. But I found out, I thought that she was only in this one issue, so I've just ordered this one issue, but I found out that she's going to be in the rest of the series. I think the series is actually ending, so I might have to contact my local and say, chuck it on my order. You never know. All right, so I've got a few more to go. I'm going to blast through these. Oh, wait, actually, no. Sorry. Ooh. The first book I'm going to read before Outsiders, it is Godzilla, Skate or Die by, what's the guy's name? Lewis. Oh, God. I should have set this up beforehand. Louis Joyce. Now, I follow Louis Joyce on Instagram, and wow, this guy loves skating, this guy loves rollerblades, and his art style is incredible. It's so much fun, it's kinetic, it's colorful, it's powerful. And so linking him with skateboarding and Godzilla, this is going to be good. This was an instant buy for me. Yeah, very, very keen to read this one, and I'm hoping that Louis Joyce gets a whole lot of fans, very interested in his artwork, because perfect. All right, so we've got some facsimile editions. we have New Mutants issue 98. It's the second reprint that I have of this. It's nice, big, thick, very colourful, but you know, you've seen New Mutants issue 98 on other channels. The next one is Avengers Annual 10, first appearance of Rogue, first appearance of Madeline Pryor. I have the original, but I thought, why not get a reprint? Now, I don't have the original of this. I wish I did. It is a reprint of Mad Magazine issue 1, and yeah, even it's a very expensive book, but I have the reprint, so I'm going to be reading this sooner rather than later. I'm very keen, and yeah, there we go. But I also have 2 more, just real quick. Blood Hunt 2 and 3, the Red Band editions. Do you own these? Will you take them out of the bags? I will not be taking these out of the bags because I have too much to read as it is. Okay, we got all through that. 40 books. How about that? I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a different setup today, so it looks a little bit different. I hope it's not too disconcerting. Please let me know in the comments down below though. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sticking with me, and I will catch you at the next one. Bye.